Kaiju number 8, episode 6. Sagamihara Neutralization Operation at Daybreak. Long title, but tell me, how do you fight a building? Let's talk about it. Welcome back, Geek Variant. So we're talking about Kaiju number 8, episode 6, and legit, I don't know what kind of kaiju this was that decided to show up. Like, they got absolutely ridiculous with the stuff coming in. Like, I had no idea that they're going to be fighting something this big when they got the call that, hey, stuff's going down. So they end up fighting this kaiju. This is a walking mushroom of some sort. I don't know. But this thing is massive. It is towering over these buildings and it's just stomping through the streets. Like, this episode got right into it. Like, just crap hit the fan immediately. So this thing, again, like a mushroom, so that was just like spores and stuff, it ends up releasing a bunch of smaller versions of itself to run throughout the city. And there is running through different sections, so teams got to split up accordingly and start figuring stuff out. And this is where all the rookies and stuff get to really showcase their power and what it is that they can do. Now, forgive me, I'm still trying to learn names, so I am going to be butchering them with that, or I'm just going to be calling out by hair colors. So we'll play it by ear. But immediately, everybody decides to get in there and get to work. Kafka jumps in at his 1% and immediately gets knocked back. So hilarious, keeping the comedy in certain parts of the episode. But you see that they're immediately looked at like, oh, these guys aren't ready to handle none of this. They can't hang with us. And as soon as that was said, Kikaru was like, yeah, no, let me show you what I'm about. And she starts handling business. Immediately, she starts taking them out. And she's looking at the guy like, don't tell me that I can't do something. And she's just making it happen. So, again, Kikaru shining right off the rip. I love her. She's awesome. I just want to see more of what she can do as this show goes on. Now, the thing is called Hanju, the big mushroom building walking thing. It's got like a mouth in the front. You don't really see it from the picture, but it's got like a mouth in the front. And again, it's just stomping through the thing. It doesn't say nothing. It's not doing anything else. It's just releasing spores and walking. Ashiro freaking gets set up. So she's getting set up where she can get into a sniper position because we know she's good with a rifle. So that, and I'm trying to figure out what is she going to snipe with this. I guess she's going to start picking off little bits of little red spots because it doesn't really have eyeballs. What is she going to do? While she's doing that, Hoshima's kind of talking to everybody, kind of getting them prepped, letting them know, hey, like, we got to scrap. You may not make it back. It takes a lot. And he's just kind of watching everything because he wants to see what everybody can do. So Kafka, of course, he ends up realizing where the weak points are because he's using what skills he has to his ability, which is identifying and disseminating information. So he finds out there's spores and stuff on the back, and it's like, you got to destroy these spores because they're going to keep launching more, and they're just going to keep repopulating off each other. So it's like, you take down one, two more are going to grow back. Literally kind of like the whole Hydra effect. So he figured that out, and he's ready to go. And he disseminates all the information to everybody through Hoshina. And Hoshina's like, yo, I'm noticing you. Good job. Like what you got going on. But there's even a moment where as they start taking out everybody, they're just like, all right, cool. Everybody's starting to get taken out. There's still a bunch of stragglers kind of running through the city. How are we going to deal with the big guy? And this is where the captain, she set up with a sniper rifle, but this wasn't no standard sniper rifle. This thing was a freaking cannon. And she's just muscling like it's nothing. She shows like 96% power output. And she manhandles this thing. And this is literally a freaking unibeam on crack that fires out of this thing. And she blows a hole smooth through this building of a kaiju without breaking a freaking sweat. She focuses in and she's just like, yo, got him, fire. She hits this thing and then she's like, I'm not done. She fires two more times to take out the other pieces and that thing drops. So not only has got a hole in the center of it, but she blasts the pieces on the outside of the hole and drops the thing. And she's still requesting for more fire. Like she's like, I'm gonna keep firing. Like, she is going to obliterate this thing with all the prejudice. Like she is not playing around. And it's wild. She takes the whole thing down single handedly. They launched some rockets from some helicopters, so that none of that mattered. None of that mattered because she had the entire situation handled. Like she is not playing around. I absolutely love this. She is fantastic. And this is just her with the cannon. All right, her with the cannon is absolutely ridiculous. You know that. Bear with me. I was up doing my hero earlier too. Freaking, I am worn out. But again, I am hyped for this. Now the other part looking at is you see everybody kind of in competition. So you got, blue and blonde, who, blonde is military guy, so that got to remember these names, so that and blue is the calm, cool, collected one. They've got a little rivalry going on. So that and they just kind of keep jabbing back and forth with each other about, you know, who did this, who did that, figure how many kills each one's got, and they're just kind of talking trash to each other. So it's fun to see, and they're having more or less a good time with it in the midst of this battle. But the main one I'm looking at is Iharu, which is the pink hair, and Reno. Like they were going at it, they got their rivalry, but Iharu was getting frustrated because for some reason he scored higher than Reno initially, but he can't keep up with Reno right now. Reno is showing his battlefield expertise. Like he's using cryo rounds to slow these guys down and keep fighting them. And again, he's moving. Yaharu's having a hard time keeping up with him, and he's not understanding it. So I think it's kind of getting to him mentally. He doesn't like that, and I don't know how that's going to affect him. Is it going to force him to not want to be around, or he's gonna someone's gonna get transferred out? What the deal is? I don't know, but that's an issue they're having. So that's one thing to see. But the last thing that I'm going to talk about is Hoshina. This man came and talked to Kafka to kind of school him. Good job, you've been doing stuff, but you got to keep on your toes. And one of those little mushroom things popped out because they got to go finish him off. And he had, him and the platoon leader, which is one of the pink hair girls. She asked like the platoon, like, "Hey, y'all can go rest, let the veterans handle it." And everybody's like, "Nah, we gonna fight and we gonna keep going." So they keep going. So Hoshina's just kind of talking to Kafka, and this mushroom thing pops out, immediately dies because he's rocking these blades, these purple freaking samurai type blades. Like he pulled these things out, sliced this thing up without flinching. Like you didn't even see him move. The thing just went freaking purple and died. Like he's all close quarters. So she's Captain is, from a distance fight sniper, he's all close quarters. So it's a nice little tandem there. I like this. But he was letting it be known, was like, hey, I'm better than her. She's the captain, but I'm better than her. And if you want to be next to her, you got to be better than me. So there's a whole lot of little rivalry going on in here and a whole lot of, competition like, hey, you got to prove yourself. But these dudes are showing off getting nasty. And it's like, it's only going to ramp up from here. So that, and I'm waiting till you can use this kaiju abilities to really like, okay, I got something too, but can't really show you yet. So I don't know. How it's going to go. They're setting up, but it looks like we got another, from the little preview, we got another kaiju coming in that's going to be starting some stuff. Not sure if they're going to get any reprieve time, but it's he's a human looking, dressed as waste disposal. He's got some stuff growing out of his face, and he's literally up in here like, yo, do y'all know who knows their stuff? Who figured out that they had the spores and stuff on them? Like this guy right here, he's about to start some mess. I don't know what he's got going on, but I feel like he's going to go after Iharu and Reno, and they're out there by themselves encountering this guy. So they're gonna get saved. Is this guy gonna drop some stuff and then take off, or is he gonna try and scrap? He's gonna go in his kaiju form, which is gonna force Kafka to go to his kaiju form, and they're gonna scrap. Like, what's going down? I don't know. Good show, good writing so far, good stream. Um, this show has been really fun so far, and I'm hoping that they do a bit more than 12 episodes. I would love to see 24, but I'm not going to complain. I'm kind of thinking that we're going to probably stop at 12 and they're going to ramp up, in the next season and get some more exposition and backstory as to what's going on with this kaiju and how they're choosing these hosts to stuff. And this is only temporary. I don't know. It's a lot like that, but I'm having fun. So appreciate you tuning in. Make sure you hit the low subscribe button. We appreciate everybody who has been joining in and joining in on the live streams and stuff for some of the other content we've been doing. I may try to set up for more live streams in the future when it comes to certain animes, movies, TV shows, whatever we got going on, and we'll see how we can put everything together for you guys. So until then, I'll catch you guys in the next one.